Have you ever heard those ghost stories about old, creaky mansions? Tales of strange noises in the night and shadowy figures in the halls. Well, what if I told you the most terrifying stories from one particular old mansion weren't about ghosts at all, but about a real-life ticking clock with millions of lives hanging in the balance? This isn't a ghost story. It's a true story from a place called Bletchley Park, and it's more chilling and more incredible than any haunting you can imagine. During the darkest days of World War II, this old country estate became the top-secret home of Britain's brightest minds. These weren't soldiers on the front lines, but mathematicians, linguists, and even crossword puzzle champions. Their mission? To break a code so complex, so diabolical, that its creators believed it was absolutely unbreakable. The fate of the entire world rested on their shoulders. Hidden away in wooden huts behind the grand facade of this old mansion, the silence within those walls was deafening. But the secrets they were about to uncover would scream across the battlefields of Europe. The enemy they faced wasn't a person, but a machine, the Enigma. Every single day, the German military sent out thousands of coded messages, directing their U-boats, coordinating their air raids, and planning their troop movements. These messages were scrambled by the Enigma machine, which looked like a complex typewriter. With its series of rotating wheels and plugs, it could create an astronomical number of combinations. We're talking 159 quintillion possibilities. That's 159 followed by 18 zeros. To put that into perspective, if you had 10,000 people checking one combination every second, it would take them longer than the entire age of the universe to find the right one. For the Allies, intercepting these messages was easy, but understanding them was like trying to read a language from another dimension. Every 24 hours, at the stroke of midnight, the settings on every Enigma machine across the German military would change, and any progress made would be completely wiped out. It was a race against time, a race they were losing, and every day of silence meant more ships sunk, more cities bombed, and more lives lost. The mansion wasn't haunted by spirits, but by the constant, gut-wrenching pressure of failure. Into this seemingly impossible situation stepped a man who was, in many ways, as enigmatic as the code he was trying to break: Alan Turing. Turing wasn't your typical war hero. He was a brilliant, eccentric, and socially awkward mathematician. While others saw an unbreakable wall, Turing saw a mathematical problem, a logical puzzle waiting to be solved. He realized that fighting the Enigma machine with human brains alone was a losing game. You couldn't outthink a machine that fast. You had to fight machine with machine. This was a revolutionary idea at the time. His concept was to build an electromechanical device that could mimic the Enigma's logic but run through the potential settings at a speed no human could ever match. He called it the bomb. The bomb wasn't a computer in the modern sense. It was a hulking, noisy beast of wires, relays, and spinning drums, filling an entire room. It clicked in word, sounding like 1,000 knitting needles. As it tirelessly tested thousands upon thousands of combinations, it was looking for a logical contradiction, a tiny crack in the Enigma's armor. And when it found one, the machine would stop, and the code breakers would have their end for the day. Turing's genius wasn't just in the mathematics. It was in his ability to see a future where machines could augment human intelligence. A future that was dawning right there, in a drafty hut at Bletchley Park. The impact of their success was monumental, yet it remained one of the best-kept secrets of the war. Once the bomb machines were operational and the codebreakers had refined their techniques, they were able to read German communications, often in near real time. This intelligence, codenamed Ultra, was a game-changer. It allowed the Allies to anticipate U-boat movements in the Battle of the Atlantic, saving countless supply ships and turning the tide of the crucial conflict. It gave them insights into German military strength and strategy before the D-Day landings in Normandy. Historians now widely agree that the intelligence gathered at Bletchley Park shortened the war by at least 2 years, and in doing so, saved an estimated 14 million lives. Think about that. The quiet, desperate work done in the old mansion directly prevented a catastrophe on an almost unimaginable scale. The people who worked there, sworn to a secrecy they would carry for decades, went back to their ordinary lives after the war, never speaking of what they had done. Their names weren't in the headlines, but their legacy is written across the history of the 20th century. But the story doesn't end there. The terrifying secret of the mansion had a second life. The theoretical work and the practical engineering that went into creating the bomb machine were foundational to the entire field of computer science. Alan Turing, the father of the bomb, is now universally recognized as the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. The very concepts he pioneered, the idea of a universal machine that could be programmed to solve any computable problem, are the bedrock of every single piece of digital technology we use today. Your smartphone, the internet, the apps you use, the video games you play, even the algorithms that recommended this video to you, they all have a direct lineage back to the desperate, secret work done at Bletchley Park. It's a staggering thought. The solution to a wartime crisis also contained the seeds of our entire digital world. The silence of the mansion was finally broken, and its echo is still shaping our future. It's a tragic irony that Alan Turing, the man who saved millions and envisioned our modern world, was not celebrated in his time. After the war, he was persecuted for his homosexuality, which was then a crime in the UK. He was chemically castrated and died just 2 years later in 1954 at the age of 41. For decades, his true contribution to the war effort remained classified. His genius largely unrecognized by the public. It wasn't until the 21st century that he received a posthumous royal pardon and the widespread recognition he deserved. It's a somber reminder that sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones we fail to see. The ones who live in the shadows, fighting battles we don't even know are happening. The story of Bletchley Park isn't just about code breaking. It's about the incredible power of human intellect and the quiet, unsung heroes who changed the world. So, the next time you think of an old mansion, don't just imagine ghosts in the hallways. Imagine Alan Turing and his team working tirelessly against an impossible clock. Can you think of any other single invention from history that had such a massive, twofold impact, first saving the world from immediate danger and then completely redefining the future for all of us? It's a powerful question to consider. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into one of history's most incredible secret stories. If you found this tale of quiet heroism as fascinating as I do, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more untold stories that have shaped our world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.